right. So earlier we talked about the blue bib on the women's side, but let's take a look at the blue bib on the men's side because I'm not going to lie, Ethan, I was a little cocky and I was kind of just thinking that that Campbell Wright was going to walk away with this. But I do have to hand it to Vitaly Mazdin from Ukraine. He is being really pesky in this fight, and he will not leave Campbell alone. So at the end of the first trimester, we have Campbell Wright with the blue bib, currently ranked 16th overall, but Mansden is 20th overall and only about 40 points back of Campbell. I mean, 40 points, that's like Mansden coming in the third place or something, which she's already come in fourth, so is Campbell, but they both come in the flowers already. That's Mansden coming in the flowers and Campbell coming in the 20s. And boom, suddenly Mansden's got the blue bib back. So really interesting little battle going on here on the men's side for the blue bib.
Yeah, this is a fun little two-man race to watch that, I'm sure you and I definitely did not see coming, but it kind of seems like it's two different sides of the coin here where Mansden is shooting extremely well this season at 90%, and that's been his, ticket and key to success. He's skiing a little bit slower than the median or the average back. Campbell's kind of the opposite story where he's skiing pretty fast and his shooting isn't quite, as ideal as we may be hoping for. But if they continue on this path, like you said, it could flip every single weekend just as easily as it has been so far this year. But I think from our perspective, we're hoping that Campbell kind of pulls it together a little bit on the range. We know he can pull off flower ceremony races any day. So hopefully Campbell can pull away, as our totally unbiased American opinions. But yeah, this has been super fun to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to the junior level, you see Campbell's in the red here, Vitaly is in the green, and they're very evenly matched, even though Campbell does have the win a couple seasons ago in the junior men's sprint. It looks like Vitaly does not have any medals from the junior level, but yeah, really, it's kind of funny watching these two go back and forth because, like you said, Campbell's a little quicker on the skis, but Vitaly is better on the range. So that's why I kind of say like he's pesky, because it's like, okay, Campbell has one miss. He's skiing really well, skiing with the top dogs, leaves the penalty loop right behind Mansden, puts some space on him on the track, comes back into shooting, shoots clean, leaves the range. Who's right behind him? Vitaly Mansden. So it's like it's going to be a fun race to watch, and this is a guy who I definitely did not recognize. I'm not up on the Ukrainian team probably as well as I should be, but it's been really cool to see this, like you said, this two-man battle, and hopefully it continues the rest of the season, because it's sort of like these next levels that are really fun about biathlon, and that's what these blue bibs are supposed to be about. It's not supposed to just be about like, let's give more money to someone, let's have someone wear a random bib. It's supposed to be these extra levels of competitiveness and challenge that the IBU is hoping for, that people like us will talk about and fans will talk about. It's like, oh, okay, maybe Johannes Tingesbo is dominating, but that blue bib battle, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's like when you see the results pop up, at the split times, like, yeah, it's cool to see who's in first and second and third, but to look for these younger athletes that are maybe not quite the top, but are still in the top 20, top 15, like there's a whole nother race in there that you can tune into and be excited about. And I think on the men's and, like we talked about the women's side earlier today, they're both super exciting competitions to be watching that aren't necessarily just for medals, podiums, and flower ceremonies every single race.
Yeah. Before we go, I just want to also point out this guy in third place. Tell me this guy's name's not Conrad Badass, because if it is, that's the greatest name I've ever seen in my life.